Hi, I'm Jacqueline McCullough. I'm here with Richard Lewis Brown, and we're back for our second 10-minute segment.
Our third segment,
Our third segment, excuse me. And I received a text message from our Unit 4 chair. She was questioning one of the comments that I made last week on our segment regarding Unit 15 and Unit 4 being the biggest contributors to COPE. And her text message said that Unit 4 were not children and they know the importance of COPE, which I never said anyone was children. I just said that they're the biggest COPE contributors, and Unit 1 folks do not contribute to COPE as much as the other two units because staff or the union leaders cannot have that conversation with a Unit 1 person and get them to understand the importance. So I said Yvonne was getting fraudulent information sent back to her and she needed to do some further research to make sure that she was getting accurate information regarding Unit 1. But with that being said, I'd like to go to the next topic. I'd like to know why we are called SEIU Local 1000, which stands for State Employees International Union, which in actuality, we're the Union of California State Workers, aka SEIU. And what needs to happen before we're legally can call ourselves SEIU Local 1000, a membership vote has to be taken. That has not happened. I'd like to know why. And you should want to know why it hasn't been taken and why we're calling ourselves SEIU Local 1000 when we haven't voted that that would be the name of our union. So again, send me a message on Facebook, or you can reach me on Facebook, Jacqueline McCullum, or you can go to my website, jacquelinemccullum.com. Richard?
Thank you, Jackie. And before someone calls and says, Jackie didn't say what SEIU stands for, Service Employees International Union. It's easy, simple tongue when she says state, because we are state employees. So before you call and say that, let us address that. Let us address that. But I want to go back to what she said about COPE. I want to go back to our second segment, and we were talking about transparency. And I gave you my address, my phone number, stated to you, I'll send you my pay stub if you email me for transparency. I want to take it a step farther. I became employed by the state of California in June of 2009. And so I'm going to issue a challenge to Yvonne Walker and to these other candidates again concerning transparency. Because my vision is to have 100% due paying membership. Unfortunately, we have a lot of members, whether they're fair share or non-germane, who state to me, where is the money going? Where does all of our money go to? And I cannot answer that question because we lack transparency. So I'm going to issue the challenge again. And to anyone that wants to see my tax returns, I use TurboTax. I should be able to pull up this year's TurboTax. If you want to see a copy of my taxes, I'll send it to you. If you want to see a copy of my taxes from tax year 13, I'll send it to you. And you say, well, why don't I look at your tax returns? Because I'm telling you, I'm for transparency. I'm telling you I have the courage to admit the mistakes our union has made. And I'm asking you to become a due-paying member. I'm asking you for a few dollars more so you can take part in voting for our contract and voting for our elected officials in our union. Therefore, I'm not going to ask you to do anything I'm not going to do myself. But the biggest question is, the other candidates, do they have the courage to give you their tax forms or tax returns from the last several years? Will they show you their tax statements when they file taxes to see how much money they truly made? I don't think they will. In fact, I know they won't. Because they won't even respond to a town hall meeting to sit down to take questions from the audience. But yet they tell you they're a team for change. Those are empty words. Those people don't mean what they say. It's unfortunate. We already have current leadership that say one thing and they do another. So, I say to Jackie, here's our constructive alternative. To admit the mistakes our union has done, to protect our money, which means we'll say no to Governor Brown on this pension reform. We'll say no to any side letter agreement that reduces our money. And we're going to make everything transparent, which means I'll show you my salary. And we'll put it online. And we'll show you all the financial records of the union online. And then if people say, wait, why are we spending millions of dollars on this or on that? Now we can take a transparent voting process, void of any elimination of corruption, and then we can take a vote and make real, positive, comprehensive change to show that we are today's modern union without the perception of fraud and wasteful spending of past unions. I sincerely say this. And so we've been doing these web segments, hopefully in 3 to 7 minute time frames, so we don't go too long. But I simply say to you, all these different things, all these challenges, Jackie and I are the only two people running for office that can make a difference. I can't stress this to you enough. We issued the challenge. Let's sit down. Let's do a town hall. Let's sit down and talk about the money. Where is all the money going? Who are we paying this money to? Are we getting a good rate of return? I don't think we are. Now, maybe I'm a little biased with a bachelor's degree in science and finance. Maybe, I'm thinking too much about the money, but it's your money. I want to protect your money. I want to give you the best rate of return for your money. So on that, I issue the challenge again to the other candidates. If you can't answer the challenge, then please don't say you're for change. You're for transparency, because you're not telling the truth. We already have current leadership that doesn't tell us the whole truth. They tell you what they want you to know. I won't do that to you. I'm going to tell you the whole truth. I know Jackie's going to tell you the truth and everything else with it. Because there's a long story with our union. Her 26 years of state service, she knows the whole story. Me, I'm seeing things from a certain level. And the thing is, I want to keep our union strong. I don't want our union to go away. I want us to keep our pension. On that note, once again, we issued a challenge to the other candidates. Let's do a town hall meeting. Let's sit down and discuss the money and where our union is going. If you can't sit down, if you can't answer these questions, but you'd rather go through lawsuits and answer that and spend our money to respond to the lawsuits, then fine. I understand your integrity because you are a politician. Unfortunately, Jackie and I, or should I say fortunately, Jackie and I are not politicians. We're real people. We understand about real problems. And we'll always put your interests in front of ours. I'm Richard Lewis Brown. I'm running for SEIU Local 1000 President.
And I'm Jacqueline McCullum, and I'm running for Vice President of Organization and Representation.
Thank you.
Thank you.